us what happened.
So I was driving on Center Valley Parkway by the promenade, and I was making a left-hand turn into the promenade, and I was hit on my passenger rear side by a car going about 85 miles an hour. When I got hit, my car immediately engulfed in flames. I was unconscious immediately. I remember seeing the car out of my peripheral vision and knowing that it was coming, and I do remember screaming because I knew that it was gonna be bad. And I had 3 gentlemen. They were really brave and pulled me out. I remember waking up on the ground and having people standing around me. And at that point, I actually was in no pain. I had no idea the extent of the accident. I remember them loading me into the back of the ambulance, and at that moment, my brother had gotten there. And so then I remember getting to the hospital, and as I got to the emergency department in the back through the trauma bay, my parents had just arrived there. Then I was taken into testing, and I remember just at that moment, it was never pain, it was just pure panic. Then I had woken up the next day, and I was wrapped from head to toe in gauze. I looked like a mummy. There were all these people coming into my room, and my parents were there. My dad had told me that they were gonna put me to sleep for a little while. I didn't know how long that was gonna be, but I knew that inside that was what was gonna be best for me. I was asleep for about 3 weeks.
Jen Noggle was Leah's main nurse for a very long time. She took care of us as well as taking care of Leah, and became family to us the whole time that Leah was in the coma. And so we went from there for the 3 weeks until she woke up, and then a new journey began.
When I woke up, I had found out that I was burned on about 46% of my body, mostly my lower half, a little bit of second degree on my left arm and hand. All of my lower half was skin grafted, and I remember looking at it for the first time, and I just thought it was ugly, to be honest. I remember seeing it for the first time, and it was really, really hard. It was pretty haunting at the moment. I remember having a few nightmares about it. I was in the burn center, I believe, for about another week, trying to learn how to swallow so I could eat again and get the feeding tube out, and was going through extensive from 8 till about 3 or 4 p.m. doing physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy.
I would 100% do anything that I could to take away the pain and suffering that she had, but she's come through this and persevered and has become a woman that I'm so very proud of.
She has volunteered for camp, giving back to the kids at Camp Susquehanna. She has raised over $10,000 for Camp Susquehanna with a bingo fundraiser with Jen. And I just have seen her in so many ways just grow. The most proud moment, and I've never told her this, the most proud moment I was of her was we had the opportunity to be at the hearing for the gentleman that hit her. And Leah decided to stand up in the front of the court and tell her experience. And it was the moment that I was like, this girl is not a victim of this accident. She is a survivor.
The whole survivor community actually became very familiar to me very early. I was still in the hospital, and Jen Noggle and Liz Hess had set up that I was going to go to a support group. Ever since then, I was kind of just hooked, and it offered me in the beginning so much support that there was other people that had been through the same thing and had come out on the other end. And then I kind of just got thrown into all of the survivor activities, such as dodgeball, camp. Just seeing the journeys that some of these kids have been through was a real eye-opener for me, and I learned a lot. Some of the kids showed their scars for the first time ever to each other and let people touch their scars, and it was just really empowering. A lot of them were burned when they were younger, so just seeing them flourish at such a young age, they were a great example for me. Dodgeball is a blast. I'm a very competitive person. I was an athlete my whole life. Dodgeball is a fun way that we can raise money for the World Burn. The money that's raised at Dodgeball is able to sponsor some of the survivors from here in the Lehigh Valley and the surrounding areas to go and participate in that conference, which is a pretty life-changing experience. I think giving back for me is just, I don't think that I would have made it through without the support that I was given through all of the other burn survivors, as well as the staff at the hospital, specifically in the burn center. And I just want to be able to provide that support and help to other people. Through this experience, it's given me a different perspective. I today can't picture my life without this happening. It is who I am now, and I see myself forever, and me and my family as well, just always being involved in this some way and somehow. I can't wait till I graduate, because then I will be able to go back to camp and volunteer there, and it's always going to be a part of me and my family's life going forward. I think looking back at it now, my perspective has completely changed when I look at it. I'm just proud of where I came from and what happened that day, and how I have not let it affect me in the negative, but have brought it into a positive light and have kind of changed my life. Just through this experience, I've gained so many lifelong friends. Obviously, Jen Noggle, and Michelle, and her husband Mo. So I've really just friends that I can't see my life without if this didn't happen.